Hey guys, it's Kay from KS Anonymous, and I am back today with another episode of r/Tales from Retail. The soles of her shoes are dirty. When I worked in a children's clothing store, we had a grandmother come in to return shoes she bought for her granddaughter. I want to return these shoes. I check her receipt and see that they were purchased over 60 days ago, way beyond the return policy. The shoes look very well worn, so I ask her what was wrong with them. Nothing. My granddaughter loved them so much that she wore them every day, and now they are just dirty. I'm sorry, I cannot have these returned. We can only accept returns on shoes if it's within 7 business days, and they have to be unused or if they were defective within those 7 days. They are defective. She wore them and now the bottoms of the soles are dirty. So, let me get this straight. Your granddaughter wore them every day since you got them 2 months ago, and now they are defective because the soles are dirty? Exactly. Your company should know that kids do not know how to keep their shoes clean, so it's defective. I already told her that the store would give her new shoes. I'm sorry, ma'am. I cannot accept this return. We can pick out a new pair of shoes for you to buy and possibly add a 15% coupon to it so you can get some savings. I am not buying another pair here when they're just gonna get dirty so quickly. She grabbed the bag and left. I just stood there and wondered what the bottoms of her shoes looked like. LOL. Ma'am. Then, like, clean them, I guess. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, oh. Just like have like dirt and everything else repellent like on the bottom of the shoes and like completely ruin the traction and everything. And so this lady will be happy. I don't know. All I'm thinking about is that is it like a paint or some, I don't remember what exactly it is, but whatever that substance is where like you can pour stuff on it and it's, I guess it's like a hydrophobic cut film or makes it film like that. So like if you're even dumping chocolate sauce or whatever, it just like slides right off. I feel like that's what she would want on her kid's shoe or her grandkid's shoe. And I feel like OP did a great job here, like even offering like maybe we can get you a 15% discount because like you're crazy. I mean, if you're looking for a deal, there you go. But like she's just all mad, like she's gonna get them dirty again. Like yeah, she's a kid, you're right. Like where do you get shoes for this kid that they don't get dirty? Like okay. You made my week. Figured I'd post this feel-good encounter in here. My fiance has been a regular at the store I manage since before I even started working here, so he comes to hang out when he's off or work is slow. An old woman comes in with a question about her vape mod, saying that it's not charging and she's worried that it's broke. I checked it out and it charged just fine with our charger, so I told her the issue is 100% on her charger's end, and she can just purchase any run-of-the-mill micro USB phone charger to do the job. Unfortunately, we didn't have any to sell her, but my fiance happened to have an extra in his work van and ran to grab it for her. At first, she wouldn't accept it without giving him money for it, but she eventually caved and left after thanking us profusely. The next day, she came back in with a handwritten letter addressed to my fiance and I. She asked me to wait until him and I could open it together. It ended up being a long letter about how grateful for the help she was. She was leaving to go on vacation and was so worried that she'd have to spend a lot of money on a new mod or charger because she doesn't know anything about that kind of stuff and someone could have easily taken advantage of her. She enclosed $20 and told us to enjoy dinner together, closing the letter with, "You made my week." I thought it was super sweet and wholesome. It really was no trouble to give her a phone charger, but knowing that it let her enjoy her vacation in peace makes me really happy. No, it's so wholesome. I like these. I'm kind of missing out because we've not really been doing the r/humans being bros recently. Although I think there's maybe some other subreddits that could kind of fulfill that same kind of concept. So maybe I'll try to put something together in the future kind of related to that. But either way, a lot of times when we're talking Tales from Retail, it's usually like Karens and crazy people and mean people, and I just hear something nice like, I don't know, we just helped her out and she was so grateful and she came back and, you know, expressed her gratitude. It's just so nice. I like it. I'm never coming back because you won't give me a refund without a receipt. I manage a vape shop, and today a customer came in wanting to return his mod. I'll call him AC for annoying customer. Hi, I bought this mod here, and it won't charge anymore. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you mind if I check it out real quick? This thing looked beat to heck. It was full of dents, and the tank was cracked. Okay, so your charging port has loosened itself from the board. Unfortunately, we don't do repairs, but if you have the receipt or the card you purchased it with, I can get you a refund or exchange if it was bought within the past month. I don't have the receipt, but I have the card. I run the card. It looks like the only purchase made with this card was not for this item. Could it have been another card? No, it was definitely that one. Unfortunately, it's only showing one purchase, and it isn't the same item. Do you know when you purchased it? Main reason I asked that is I realized we sold the last of those mods months ago, and our return window ends after 30 days. No, I don't remember. Okay, well, I'm really sorry, but I can't refund or exchange anything without a receipt, and without an estimated time frame, I can't go back and manually find it. So that's it? I'm just stuck with it? I'm sorry, man. It's company policy that we need a proof of purchase for any returns. You can't call a manager and ask them about it? I am the manager. Alright, well, you just lost a customer then. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay, have a nice night. Guess I'm about to lose my job, and the business will go under because this guy isn't coming back. I don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight, honestly. I don't know what it is about people, like, when they don't get their way as a customer, they're like, oh, but, well, the customer's always right, and I'm never coming back here, and my sole business keeps this whole place afloat. Like, it doesn't, though. It really doesn't. Like, I think it's so funny when difficult customers threaten to not come back, because it's just like, honestly, would you not? Like, I don't mind you leaving. Lady tries to get me to let her in shop before we open. I haven't really posted to Reddit before, so hopefully this story fits here. Sorry if it doesn't. Sorry as well for any grammar or spelling errors. I am a native English speaker, but we all make mistakes. I don't really know if this lady was being rude or just didn't understand how shop opening times worked, but still, I thought I'd share this story from my day in retail. So, to start my story, I'll explain that I work at a chain store with a mail office towards the back, and that we open at exactly 8:30. I tend to arrive at 8 to start the morning setup. Usually the customer interactions start at 8:30 when we open, but oh no, not today. This particular morning, and not long after I was finishing putting out the newspapers and was about to start on the magazines, did I see a lady pacing back and forth by the doors. I check the time. It's 8:23. We are not opening yet, so I ignore her. Not a moment later, I hear the rattle of the door. Looking over, I see that she clearly tried to open our locked doors and is looking at me. Unfortunately, we make eye contact. So, once more, I check the time, 8:24. Roughly, we have just over 5 minutes until we open. I debate what to do. I don't want to be rude and ignore her, and it crosses my mind that what if maybe she's not a customer, but maybe someone to look at the broken gate by the till that someone called about the day before. So I decide to open the manual door and just see what she wants. In hindsight, this was a mistake. She starts off immediately saying she has to pick up a parcel. She's a mail office customer then. I tell her we're not open yet and that we're open at 8:30 in roughly 5 minutes. She does not accept this. She insists that she doesn't have 5 minutes to wait, talking so quickly, I'm not so certain what she said. She says something like she left her keys, either that or the kids, in the car, and needs to pick up the parcel now. I once more explain that we aren't open yet and that the mail office is most likely still setting up as well. I have some sympathy that maybe she's stressed about her car situation, but that doesn't mean I can let her in before our set opening time. So I ask her to wait and go back to the magazines, but not a moment passes and she's knocking on the door again. Guess what I do? I check the time once more, 8:27. So once more I say that we're not open yet as it's 8:27. She then insists it's 8:30, that she asked 2 people on the street and they said it's 8:30. I tell her I'm sorry, but everything I'm reading says 8:27. At this point, I'm looking for an excuse to waste some time away from her line of sight, so I tell her that I'll go ask how they're doing at the mail office to see if they're set up yet. So I lock the door again, as I don't want to leave the door open when I'm not at the front of the shop, and to reiterate, we are not open yet. She did not like this and rolls her eyes, but luckily says nothing. I head over to the mail office to explain the situation and ask what the clocks say on their end. And what do you know? 8:28, not 8:30. And they tell me she can wait as we're not open yet, and by the time I head back down to the front, it'll almost be past anyway, so not to worry. So I head back down and wait for our clock to tick over to 8:30, all while she's staring at me before I walk to the automatic doors and unlock them. She storms in, and with what I imagine was sarcasm, thanks me for being so kind. My social anxiety has left me shaking at this point, and I'm so glad everyone else at shift was kind and friendly. So that was my morning interaction. I feel sorry for that lady, and I did feel guilty for not being able to let her in, as I know sometimes people are stressed and in a hurry, but that doesn't mean you get to break the rules. If I let her in early, I would have gotten in trouble, but somehow I'm the rude one at fault in her mind. Overall, I wish I'd just ignored her till 8:30. It is really awkward and difficult to try to ignore someone who is making a lot of noise and can see you. So I understand what's going on, oh sorry, we don't open till 8:30. We do not open until 8:30. So stop. And be well, these people said it's 8:30. Yeah, people round up to the nearest whatever few minutes. So but that doesn't make it actually 30. I don't know. I understand the frustration from this one because I understand being a stickler for the rules and how much trouble you can actually get into when you don't actually follow the rules when it comes to this stuff. I just don't understand. Does she leave her kids or her keys in the car either way? That's her problem. I don't know. It's really frustrating when it's not your fault, but someone really thinks you're just an awful person. It's okay, fine, whatever. Anyway, that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and drop a like and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Really quickly, I'd like to thank my patrons. Up on the screen, you should see my face palmers and my crazy case. Thank you all so much for supporting me in that way. If you are interested in becoming a patron, checking out the original posts from today's video, or sending me an email for possible inclusion in a future video, all of that information is in the description box, so be sure to check it out. And I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!